In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating a speed comparison as far as using speed clips and swapping out lures. So what I'm going to do is I have two different lures here, and I also have two different types of speed clips. I have the Paperclip style, which is very popular. You may see them from Tactical Angler and also Topwater Company. And then we have our Norman speed clip, which is a squeeze style. It squeezes open, and that sort of split ring looking part opens up. So we're going to test these two, see which one is faster, and see how fast they are in general compared to actually tying a loop knot. So now let's see how quick it is to swap out lures using this Paperclip style speed clip. I'm going to be swapping out our Skinny Lipper, which is a subsurface twitch bait that we sell at fishstrong.com, with our Moonwalker, which is a topwater walk the dog style bait, which we also sell on our shop page. Be sure to check those out if you're interested in those. But I also have a timer here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the timer and then see how long it took. So let's go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1, and go. Pop it off and pop the lure on. And that quick, as you can see, maybe 3-4 seconds, I believe, but very quick to swap out that lure using the Paperclip style speed clip. So now we're gonna do the Norman speed clip, which is that sort of looks like it has a split ring on the end, but it has those two arms just below it. And when you squeeze those arms, that split ring opens up for you. So we're gonna do that with this lure and switch it out with the Moonwalker, and again using the clock here just to get a rough idea of how quick or how slow it is. So let's go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1, go. And off and on. So that took a little bit longer, and I believe that was because you really have to pay attention to where the opening is on that split ring. So if you have very poor vision or you're holding it too far away from you, can't see the opening, just keep an eye on where that opening is. So let's try that one more time now that I have a better idea of where that opening's at, and we'll switch the Moonwalker with that. So 3, 2, 1, and go. See, now I'm having trouble getting those squeezed, because you have to make sure they're basically even on your fingers to get that clip on. So again, it took a little while with that clip. It's a little bit more cumbersome than using those other speed clips because you have to squeeze those two arms to open up that split ring. And if it's not, positioned right in your fingers, it's gonna flip or it's gonna twist, and it's gonna make it tough to squeeze those arms to open up that split ring. So lastly, we're going to tie a loop knot using this leader. Now this is obviously going to be a lot slower than those speed clips, but I just want to show, just for reference, how slow it is to tie a knot compared to using those speed clips. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1. Now I apologize if some of this might be off camera. I'm working with a small camera space here. Get that lure on there. And through. Now again, this could vary from person to person depending on how efficient you are at tying knots. But for the most part, this is a good general idea. Go ahead and cinch that down. Knot is tied. Now clip the tag end. So about 36 seconds it looked like it took to tie that loop knot, and it's not perfect. I was trying to rush, but as you can see, definitely takes longer to tie a loop knot. Also, the downside of having to retie lures is that you're gonna eventually, run out of leader if you're using leader material, because you're constantly having to cut sections off to retie your lures onto there. So that's another downfall of using or retying basically every time you need to switch out lures. So to sum things up, the Paperclip style speed clip definitely won the competition here with the fastest lure switch out, And then next up would be the Norman speed clip, which is that squeeze style. Again, this was a little bit more cumbersome to use because if it's not lined up right on your fingers, it'll twist and turn as you're trying to squeeze it. And you also have to pay attention to where those openings are so you can get your lure on. So that took a little bit more time to get the lure on. And then lastly, your loop knot is going to be the slowest way of switching out lures. So hopefully these demonstrations can give you a better idea of speed clips versus loop knots. Now, if you're interested in any of these lures that you saw in this video, we do sell them on our shop page at fishstrong.com. You can pick up our Moonwalker topwater in a variety of colors, and also our Skinny Lipper subsurface plug or twitch bait in a variety of colors as well. And keep in mind, if you're one of our members, you do save a lot of money on tackle and gear with discounts on our shop page. So be sure to take advantage of that. And if you're not one of our members, definitely be sure to check that out at saltstrong.com. We have a variety of levels to fit whatever you need when it comes to fishing, and we guarantee you'll start catching more fish in less time. So be sure to check that out. That will wrap up this video. If you have any questions or comments or any feedback on using speed clips versus loop knots or any other type of knots, definitely let us know in the comments down below.